The pre-sentence report, your personal narrative, and your judge. Hello, and thank you for tuning into my video series, Indicted and Facing Prison Now What? My name is Mark Blutstein, and in 2006, I too was indicted and convicted of a felony, losing my medical license. To call this a life-altering event that I went through and that all of you are going through is an understatement. With work, though, upon release, I was able to get my license reinstated in full to practice back in 2010. There's a lesson, or my takeaway here is that prison is temporary. You're not going to be there forever. And so beginning to prepare for release, the odds are better if you're able to do it before you enter prison, before your pre-sentence interview. And this revolves around a personal narrative, a release plan, and an allocution, which is your conversation with your judge. Each of these are separate YouTubes, but the information you can get is for free on my website, which I will address at the end of this video. My goal here in this series is to provide you with the information you'll need to survive and navigate these times, because knowledge and preparation together are going to help you build back confidence that you're going to need throughout this process. Once you've learned, which you likely have, that the Department of Justice and the FBI have been asking questions, their case against you is mostly complete and their conviction rate is approaching 98%. So taking the next step or delaying to taking the next step is at your peril. By that, I mean you need to get a proper legal representation. You want an attorney who practices federal criminal defense in federal court. That is paradigm. And after you've interviewed a few, it just doesn't mean that they have the experience. They also need to show a proven track record of successfully defending cases like yours. And lastly, this is kind of like a marriage. It needs to be a good fit for you, because you're going to be working with them and they have your life in their hands. So you need to have that comfort zone. That's why I say that the choices you make today are going to impact how you live tomorrow. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call and consider engaging my service at 240-888-7778. This is your life and it's your future. I've come through it and I've made it out the other side, and so too can you. This is important because your pre-sentence report is the document that the judge is going to use to make an informed decision about your sentence without ever meeting you. Okay? They have already made up their sentence before you have entered the court, and they've entered the court at your sentencing hearing. By including your personal narrative to your pre-sentence officer to the probation officer before your interview can give them a more complete picture of the circumstances and demonstrate that you're taking responsibility for what you did and you have remorse for the actions that have harmed others. This makes the pre-sentence report so much more important document than the sentencing memorandum. And I'll give you Sam Bankman-Fried, because Sam Bankman-Fried, although he did have an allocution with the court, if you look at and Google his sentencing memorandum, everything in the sentencing memorandum should have been written firsthand by Samuel Bankman-Fried, because having the attorney do that and putting it in his words doesn't help him at all, because the judge already knows that the attorney is paid to say these things. But that is old news. And quite honestly, for statistical reasons, before sentencing, having a company like Sentencing Stats, SENTENCINGSTATS.com, they could have come up with, after reviewing the pre-sentence report, a sentence that is maybe more in line with the crime that Sam Bankman-Fried committed. 25 years in jail, he's going to get out of jail in maybe 18 years. He's going to be an older guy. And when you're in prison, people age faster inside any prison or jail. And so that's why this is very important to have your personal narrative done by you, not by anyone else. To engage my service or have your concerns answered, call me today, 240-888-7778. This is my own personal cell phone, and I answer and return all of my own calls. You can also get all this information at no charge for free on my website, P as in Paul, P as in Paul, R as in Robert, S as in Sam, US.com. That is PPRSUS.com, otherwise known as Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service. I hope you found this helpful, and I'm grateful that you took the time to listen in, and have a safe day.